It would be silly to quick flick the bike when you don't need to. Here's the perfect flick rate. Being able to get a quick, clean flick has many advantages. How does the rate you flick the bike affect your line in any series of corners, like these S's? This rider's turn rate was too slow to get him on line to set up for the next corner. This rider makes the same approach, starts his turn at the same place and is running the same speed and with a quicker flick. His setup for the next turn is a perfect line and it will work exactly the same way for you.
Once you begin your turn, where do the cornering forces start to push you?
Outside or wide in the turn.
Exactly. If this is your intended line, and you're lazy bringing the bike over, where will you go?
Outside or wide in the turn.
So, if you flick the bike a little quicker, would it get on that line?
Yes!
Class, you are brilliant today.
Since we don't like to run wide in turns, and for a very good reason in situations like this one, we must continue to lean the bike further and further to make the corner. Lazy steering forces you to lean the bike more than is necessary, and you'll be leaned over longer. Let's compare. The quicker flick brings the bike onto the desired line. No extra lean needed. Look how much space he has on the outside of the turn. That would come in handy on the street, in an emergency, or on the track for speed. And look at the difference in acceleration.
What are the immediate benefits of getting the bike turned quicker?
More control.
Yes, that's true. But why do we have more control and confidence?
Earlier in the gas, better throttle control.
And better traction. It's not leaned over as long.
More choices on your lines.
You get on your line earlier.
Less lean angle.
I think you've got it.
Are they even in school? Maybe that's a version of homeschooling, huh?
I wish my mom had taken me to the track when I was 10. I'd be a world champion now.
Yeah, you're right.
The approach speed and turning point for both riders was very similar. So what was the key difference that got this one through and put this one in the dirt? Let's look again. At this lazy steering rate, even if he leaned it over further, the results would have been the same, or worse. The simple solution is flicking the bike quick enough to make the line. Now, what will happen when they increase their turn entry speed? His results would just get worse. With a higher entry speed than before, this rider still makes his line. It's quite simple. In turns like this, as the speed increases, so must your flick rate.
The route to confidence with turn entry speed is nothing more or less than faith in your own ability to get the bike turned quick enough.
Okay, we want to be able to turn the bike as quickly as possible for lots of reasons, like accident avoidance, to not run wide in turns or off the road, avoiding being late on the gas and adding excess lean angle. not to mention you'll get a better drive. How do we make this possible? How do you become efficient with your steering? What works and what doesn't work? The plane of rotation of the bars looks like this. At a steep angle like this, half your input into the bars goes straight down and is a total waste of energy. At this angle, you're still only 75% efficient. Here, your input is in line with bar rotation and is 100% efficient. This is another great example of how understanding the technology puts you in full control. A simple experiment will tell you if what I say is true or not. Get forward on the bike and position yourself directly over the bars and try to push the bike down into a lean. A lot of effort, but not much happens. All motorcycles work this same way. It's the horizontal rotation of the bars that gets the job done. A huge part of rider confidence is knowing you can quickly turn when you want to or need to. It's not about the kind of bike you ride, it's all about control. Some say flicking the bike too quickly is dangerous or makes the bike unstable, but done correctly, it is clean, smooth and efficient.
Any questions about flicking your bike?
When can't you lean the bike over quickly?
Okay, let's figure it out. Could you quick flick your bike if the pavement were wet or slippery?
No!
Could you quick flick on a cold tire or cold pavement?
No!
Could you quick flick with a handful of front brake?
No!
Could you quick flick with a tire that was brand new or not scrubbed in?
No!
You, could you quick flick with totally worn out tires?